Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and this is your race review in the Belgium Grand Prix. What never really took place. An absolute shit show from the sport. It really is. It's an absolute joke and embarrassment in the name F1. I am calling this now. That is the worst F1 Grand Prix I have noticed since Indianapolis 2005 was the last time that I witnessed such a worst F1 Grand Prix weekend. It was shocking, you know. How on earth could the drivers learn to see when they're going in these conditions? You know, Max Verstappen was saying it was okay to race. Of course, he was only following the safety car, so visibility for him was great, but for everyone else behind it was absolutely awful. You know, no one could see what they're doing, you know, like driving in complete fog. And for half points to be rewarded is an absolute shit show to sort. It really is. It's an absolute embarrassment and a shambles to the name Formula One, because, you know, what is the point of rewarding half points if a race never took place? Absolute bullshit, in my opinion. So now Lewis Hamilton is only 3 points ahead of Max Verstappen because half points got rewarded, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. What on earth were the FIA thinking? This is a bad day for Formula One. It really is. As I said, this is possibly the worst day since Indianapolis 2005. And that was an absolute shit show. But this is right up there. I'm sorry. You know, Michael Masi today has to be called. Massive questions need to be asked about the racing director, Michael Masi. He had a terrible day. The decisions he made, I mean, like, to award half points and also, like, allow Sergio Perez to rejoin the race after binning it on his way to grid was absolutely criminal, in my opinion. What the fuck was the logic behind that? I really could not understand that. You can tell I'm annoyed, because on my F1 videos I don't usually swear as such, but, you know, I am well angry with this. I feel hurt. It's shameful. No point should be rewarded. It's just an absolute mockery and an embarrassment to sport I love, F1. Race rating 0 out of 10. Just, well, if I could give it a -10 or -1, I would, you know, because it's absolute farcical and shambles. The total, my feeling today is I feel sorry for the fans, you know. They waited for hours and hours to see a Grand Prix, and it never taken place. I mean, the conditions were absolutely awful, and the race should have been cancelled before they even went to the grids, because it was that bad. You know, for them to even follow the safety car, visibility was absolutely poor. It was awful. It really was terrible. Just a bad day for the sports. And Michael Masi, I'm sorry, massive questions got to be asked about his decisions, because if Charlie Whiting was watching that, he would be turning in his grave. Absolute disgrace. Rest in peace to Charlie Whiting. Of course, you know, he's a great racing director. He really was. Up until now, no, Michael Masi has been doing a fantastic job, but not today. That was an awful showing by Michael Masi. Of course, like, Max Verstappen declared to the race winner, he gets 7 points. And I believe Lewis had 7.5 points. I mean, Lewis scores a few points, but, you know, not great weekends, because now Max Verstappen has reduced his championship lead to 3 points. But George Russell finishes P2, but to me, you can't really call that a podium because the race never really taken place. Yeah, so awful, awful day for F1. A total embarrassment. Boo! Shambles! An absolute shambles to the sports I love. Comment your thoughts down below. I will always reply. And driver ratings and team ratings is cancelled. I'm sorry, I'm in no mood whatsoever to do driver ratings and team ratings. Because, you know, I can't really give driver ratings or team ratings from this weekend because we never went racing. Bye bye. Shit show.